Hi everybody, this is Terry from Sweet Pea Papers and the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group and the Junk Journal Tutorials, Videos, and Projects group. Now make sure you go visit them both. You can have a lot of fun there. There's a lot of great people. You can see people posting their projects. You can get tutorial videos, and you can also post your YouTube channels, your Etsy shops, and get freebies on Fridays. Okay, so make sure to go over there and take a visit. This is video 4 in our Impossible Alice series. Now, we've done page 1, and I went in this morning. It's 11:30 now, but I went in this morning and did the ephemera. So we've got the little Alice logo there. My magnet is barely holding, barely. And then on this side it says We're All Mad Here, with just a little bit of the stuff in the center. Look at that. I left one out. I have to do that one. I'll have to find something to put on there. It'll be something like this with just the little strip. Okay? And then when you lift this up, I've added the Alice in Wonderland. And then I added playing cards. These are the cards. Okay? So I did that off camera. Then we have page 2, and I think I'm going to add something to the card. I think it needs something up here. Okay, so this is what I had to do. The magnet there's no way it was going to hold, so I ended up wasting that magnet, the last one I had left, and using a Velcro dot. So what I did was I took a tab like this. I took one of these tabs and I inked it. Come here, you. I inked it, and then I bent it around before I glued it on. I bent it around, and then I put a Velcro dot underneath this end, and I glued the back of it to the back of the page. Then I glued the page down. You'll see why I had to do this in just 1 second. Let me put that away. Wow, my hands are so cold. So we've got the Velcro dot that opens, okay? And then it's clear here, and we've got the little white there, and you don't really notice it. In fact, I could probably ink it, but it would just make it look dirty. And so we have our Alice here, and our little flourish. And then on this side in here, it says shrink, and drink me, shrink, get it? Okay. So I added this on, and when I added this on, I added it on as a pocket. And so the Drink Me has the bottle inside. And I added the card and the shrink. Then we open this, and on this side it says absurd, and it has the Mad Hatter. Okay. And I trimmed this down so that the diagonal tear, I cut it that way to make it look torn. The diagonal part of it matched the diagonal, so you didn't see it from the front. We had the belly band on there. I had to redo it. I had accidentally glued way over here, so I actually had to tear it off and re-glue it. And then we had our card. In fact, I think I made the card off camera. And I added the big A for Alice on there. And then we have this image here. But I did this so that we would have this image at the bottom. But I didn't think about it being kind of blank at the top. So I'm going to do that too. So those are 2 things that I'm going to do. And then the Velcro holds it shut. We did this page. So now we're going to do 5, 6, and we're going to start 7, and I'll finish it off camera because 6 and 7, being our center spread, are going to be very similar. In fact, they're going to be the same but different. Yeah, I guess that's how you put it. Alright, so that's where we're at. Let's see, where am I going to put this? Okay, so now for page 5, it's very easy. except nothing's inked. So let's get that done. And I'm thinking maybe this blue one will ink in the blue. I'd like to scatter a few inked in the blue and a few of the pieces of this inked in blue throughout the project. Die cut machine needs to be recalibrated, and this whole side is off a little bit, so I'm having to cover that white. Getting a little extreme with my inking on that side. Okay, so we get that. And we've got this one. I just let it spin. I let the brush, the dauber, spin it around. Then I go back and touch up anything that's left. Let's ink this one in blue. Let's see if we can get away with that. We've been doing the stenciling in blue. I don't see why we can't ink this one in blue. Kind of wish I had used a little bit of the blue in the beginning, but I looked when I was putting the words on, and none of it really fit to have the blue, or I would have put one on that way. We're just going to take these, and we're going to put them up here, and we're going to do it in such a way that they make a tuck. And then we're going to tuck this card up in there. Okay? So we're going to do it just like that. So let's do a little bit of tracing here. We'll put the glue on this one. Alright, we'll put this on here, like so. Okay, and then we're going to glue this on up here, almost like a belly band. So we're going to glue this here. You want it to have enough glue so that it stays on and it's tight enough to hold the card. So I think we're going to do here. So we're going to do that like that. And it looks like the cards are raining down out of the clouds, let's say. Okay? We can even put this farther up. I just don't want to stick it in the glue. Okay? So that's going to be page 5. Let me ink the paper. I don't think I inked the paper. turning the wrong way. Okay. So we're going to glue this in the book. And to do that, all we have to do is put glue on the back of the page that we made and stick her in the book. Making sure we have a little bit of border all the way around of this cream color. So we're just going to line it up so it's even on the top and the bottom and even on the left and the right. Okay. So now we have that. You know, I think we were going to look and see. There were a couple of small, not very many, a couple of small items. I don't see them right off. That we were going to try to, so we could, if we wanted to, stick stuff in there. So we'll wait and see what we have left. Okay. So now we're going to be doing 6 and 7. And 6 and 7, let me show you what they're going to be. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to, oh shoot, didn't even eat the envelopes. What was I thinking? Okay, we don't need the cards right now, do we? In fact, we don't need anything from page 7 yet. So we don't need the card and we don't need page 7 yet. Do need to ink this. My goodness. So, get that done really quick. We should probably cut it for the envelope, huh? before we get too far ahead of ourselves. Let's see. Okay. Ink in there because I think we're going to see that. Okay. Oh, I did that already. Yes. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to cover the front and then cut the window. So these are the backs. These are the fronts. Or this is the fronts. All right, now we want to make sure that we do it in the same direction on both. I want Alice to be right side up, and the rest can be upside down. So we're going to make this one here. Well, it looks like Alice is upside down. Okay, now we're going to cut this first, so we have this whole big piece over here. If we were to cut this first, then it's far enough down that I'm not sure this would cover. Well, yes it would, but guess what it would be? It would be in the wrong direction. And I know I marked this. Was that it right there? Yes. Okay. So we'll ink this. trying to go quickly, and that's why I'm not talking as much, I guess. I'm sorry about that. So now we want to make sure that we're putting the paper on the way that we cut it so that it's in the right direction. So we want Alice and the caterpillar to be facing up. I think that's the best way to tell that we've got it the right way up. Okay? So on this one, this will be in this direction. There's the Alice. And this our right side up. Okay? So now we're going to need to make the window. Let's see. I think this one's, that's a little wide. That's really close. If you put it towards the bottom, then we'll be able to see Alice and the Queen. I'm going to have to put it inside the envelope facing up. So we want it towards the bottom, but not at the bottom. So I'm just lining it up in here where I think it's gonna, I want it to be here, and then I'm gonna feel, these are the 2 points. Where's the bottom? Way down here. Okay, I'm going to close it. I'm going to run it through here just like we did the CD paper. Take that out. Take the die out. So we've got this that we can use as a card. Once we get the envelope off of it. Looks like it may not all come off. It may have had glue on it. There we go. Okay. So now we'll ink this. See, we've got Alice and the Queen. And we'll get the acetate. We'll use our pieces that were left over from the other page. Sorry, I was doing that off camera. Didn't mean to. seems to be a much easier way to do it. Okay, put the acetate in. Make sure this is all open. The pressure on these little thin envelopes will make them stick together. Okay, see, all of that was stuck together from the pressure. Pretty sure this piece of acetate will work. Get this. Get this cut. Now, we should cut this for the pocket because then we'll be able to slide the acetate in with both sides open. Put the glue on here. It's funny how I can't see anything, but I can see the acetate. Okay, that slid in. It goes from here to the very edge here. Okay, now while we've got the chance, why don't we ink this a little bit. I guess it's not really going to work, is it? Check the inking along the edge since I trimmed it. Wow, did you guys just see my lights flicker? Okay, now the back. Just did it again. One. Okay, get this cut. We have to do the inside, and we have to do the card. And then whatever it is we're going to do on the back. You know what? We should do the inside while it's still open all the way. Don't you think? No, because we only need to glue this edge, so it doesn't matter. In fact, it might be easier if the other end is glued shut already. Okay, now we want to get this side especially well. It's got to cover that plastic. This has to glue the envelope shut. Okay. So on this, it doesn't matter the top or the bottom, which is a good thing, because I wasn't really looking. Okay, now let's do the inside. I'm going to use these scrap. I remember, I'm going to do it this way. I believe it was like this where I had enough room to do both. So even here, we'll, oh no, because we'll be able to see the inside of the pocket. So we want to cover the whole thing. So I'm not sure if we'll be able to use, I may have to put you on pause and print out another one of these. See, this is going to be just a little short. But we'll see how wide we need it to be. now. I don't think this is wide enough, but it might be wide enough to cover everything we need to see, which I'm pretty sure it is. Okay, good. Now I'm going to ink this edge because we will see it. Okay, I'm going to slide this in here. Then all we need to do is glue this, the back of this paper that we just slid in, to this side over here. Oops. I just put the paper in upside down. Pay attention to that, huh? You have to be careful. I think I over glued right up here. Yeah. Okay, so there's so there's that one. Now we need to do the card because we need the tab to be on there. And sticking out for us to finish what we're going to do. Very nice. Okay. Now, I guess on this one I'm going to put the tab at the top. I was going to put the tabs on the sides, on both, in the middle. But now that I look at this, don't really want to cover the picture up. guess it will be all right. Okay, let's round the corners. And then I will stencil or something on the back. There is a pattern on there. It's just really hard to see. The reason I do this back here is just in case it's a little crooked. They're both the same color. You don't see the cream color. Now these we're not going to be able to put charms on. They're going to be facing the middle of the book. Okay. And give it a second to kind of dry. Stick this in here. Okay. We're going to glue this on here. And we're going to glue it so we can see the tea kettle. Glue this down at the bottom. Then we're going to take, and to hold it shut, obviously we had no magnet in there. We're going to take this little arrow and we're going to put it to where it holds on right where that tab is. So we're going to put the little head of it right on top of here. That way when we do both, we know on the other one we know that we've done it the same. It'll look the same. Okay, so there's that. And get this and put it on the smaller punch. We just put this through here. Put that through there. tighten it down as good as we can. It's a little bit big of a hole. You can use your hole punch, and that would probably get you a more accurate sized hole. Just push it down as hard as you can and make it as flat as you can on this side. Turn it up and down, and then we're going to put some tape on it so it doesn't move. Okay, so now we should be able to take this and turn it and have that hold it shut. I like it. Okay, now we're going to put something on the back of here. I'm not sure what yet. We might put a pocket on one and a belly band on the other, or, you know, something like that. We'll have to wait and see when we get the other one done. Okay, so that's 6. Now we're going to do 7. We're going to start it anyway. We've got 15 minutes. Which apparently it's going to take me that long to get the pin in the glue. Okay, let's get all this over here. So as you can see, when we do this one down here on this side, then you'll have the hat from the Mad Hatter, and on that side you'll have the teacup. So we're going to do this one just like we did the other one. So we're just going to do as much of it as we can. Not worrying too much about it because we just did one. I kind of like having a matchy-matchy center. Like one big spread, one big layout. Some people don't, and sometimes I don't. It just depends on what pops into my head. And this is Alice, and you would have thought it would have been something odd. But I'm going to have to rethink myself, apparently, one of these days. Do it this way, it looks like it does the edge for us as well. my phone ringing, which we're going to ignore. It's going to ring about 6 times. Alright, so we want to put this paper on, and we wanted this Alice and the hookah to be right side up. Sorry about that. So how do I want to do it? I'm going to do it like this. I need to do it like this. The reason I'm doing it like that is so the pattern will start in the right place to line up with the other one, or closely line up with the other one. Now I can't believe see this one. Oh, and I did it down too far. There it is. Trying to decide which one I want on the page. The other one has the Queen. I'll put the Joker on this one. Or the Mad Hatter. The Joker. You know what? Alice with the cake was right side up. So we had the wrong hookah right side up. So Alice with the cake and the Queen here were right side up on this paper. My phone was all the way in the living room and it's still that loud. Of course, my apartment is only 550 square feet, so the living room isn't really that far away, and the door's open. Okay. Alice eating cake is right side up. I'm thinking though that we might want to do the window at the top on this one, because it's going to be really hard to make them look like they're even and in the right place if they're both at the bottom, because of the way we're putting the envelopes on. They're going to be right next to each other at the bottom. Let me look at this and see. So they're not even. I guess they're not even. Try really hard, but it's kind of hard to see what I'm doing. Sorry about all that banging and the camera moving and all that. It's just kind of a rough and tumble thing to do. Yeah, it's up higher. Okay, so now we have that as a card. Oh, 1 minute. Okay, so that's going to be it for this video. I'm going to go ahead and put the acetate, paper the back, paper the inside, and put the card in and do this off camera because we just did it. So I just wanted to see how far we could get on the second one. We did pretty good. So I will get all that done. And then when I see you in the next video, then we'll be moving on to page 8, 9, and 10, I believe, is what we'll be doing. Or at least, yeah, 9 and 10 are the coffee dyed papers. So I'll either do them off camera in a similar fashion to the first two that we did, or we'll just kind of zip right through them and get them done. Okay, so we'll try to get 8 and 11 done, and then we can do 12 and then 13, which is the first one of the second signature, done in the next video. I don't know, we have to, yeah, we'll see how it goes. I may just do the coffee dyed papers off camera. It'll be a lot quicker that way, and we can make sure to get everything in. Okay? Alright. Well, that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next video, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay. Bye-bye.